Kiruji, tell me how much total payout that you have taken till now.
So total payout is not like profit. Total payout was like $135,000 till date. I just taken a $25,000 payout last week. So if you add that, net payout after the profit split was like $135,000.
So आप ट्रैवल भी कर रहे हैं तो किस तरह से टाइम मैनेज होता है आपका कोई ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी पे इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता है क्या इससे?
नहीं इफेक्ट पड़ता है बट
Okay, can you show the strategy and everything right now?
Yeah,
So-
everything. Also, it's not like some exact rules, but I can take you through the charts and show some of my how I see the market basically.
Disclaimer: this is not financial advice. 99% of traders lose money. Do your own research before making any trading decisions.
Okay, so may I know your good name, please?
my name is Thiru
Thiru, right? Yeah, Thiru.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
from? आप कहाँ से?
from Andhra. Yeah, AP से
आंध्र प्रदेश से. अभी करंटली आप कहाँ पे
आंध्र
हैं?
प्रदेश. अभी तो साउथ कोरिया में.
साउथ कोरिया पे है.
South
व्हाट डू
Korea.
यू डू? क्या करते हैं आप?
My main job is just trading, and abhi to I also do traveling. Visited this is my 12th country so far.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
very nice.
just
Very nice.
trading and traveling.
ट्रेडिंग कर रहा है, ट्रैवल कर रहा है, राइट? एंड डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ वर्ल्ड
Right,
पे
right.
ट्रैवल कर रहा है, कई सारे कंट्रीज पे है.
Right,
अभी करेंटली
right.
कोरिया पे है एंड यू आर सिटिंग ऑन राइट नाउ
हाँ.
कैफे में बैठा हुआ है ना?
कैफे में आए. हाँ.
ओके, आप अकेला ट्रैवल कर रहा है क्या?
अभी अकेले ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं कुछ. Sometimes I'll travel with friends, sometimes अकेले, depending on plans and all those things.
Okay. Okay, Thiru,
Yeah.
thank you very much for coming into this channel. Thank you very
Yeah,
much
sure,
for
definitely.
accepting
Appreciate
our
opportunity.
request
Yeah.
to come on
Yeah,
podcast.
definitely. I'd love to help. Yeah.
It gives a lot of encouragement to our audience. तो
Yeah,
काफ़ी
sure.
अच्छा
That's
रहता है
why
ऐसा.
I'm here. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
तो anyways, थिरू जी, just tell me how did you got into trading? किस तरह से आपने ट्रेडिंग शुरुआत किया?
So I got into trading around 4 years ago, four and a half years ago. So initially I got into trading by obviously seeing reels online, lifestyle, all these things. Same as most people come into trading. So first I got into options trading in Indian markets. Okay, so I was doing option buying in the first because I didn't have much capital. I slowly grew that options buying account into around 50,000, and then I started doing option selling. Yeah, so and then I grew the capital a little bit, losses hit here and there, and then yeah, I was doing good, but not really good, but I was doing good, and I closed two years in profit in F&O option selling. Yeah, it was going good, and then I found out about prop firms. I was not really bad at futures and options, but prop firms look there's more opportunity, and we can trade with very less capital, and you can risk very less amount and still make a lot of money in prop firms. So first I started with CFD prop firms, and I got I lost around $2,000 in prop firms in CFD space, and then I passed an account. And I passed an account and then got to a payout. Not to a payout, I qualified for a small payout, not a big one, but a small one. But the firm ultimately rejected my payout, saying that some rules. Basically, it's yeah. And then my mind is pretty disturbed, and I took a break of for 1 month, and then I found out about futures trading, futures firms and futures trading exists, and how these firms work. And I started knowing about it first, and then I invested $150 in my funded futures account. This was 2 years ago. So actually for me, futures worked really well in the beginning and even for right now. So I got a payout of around $1,500 from that account in the first ever futures account that I purchased. Okay, so from there I bought two more accounts with same firm, and then got around $14,000 to $13,000 in the first month of second month of my futures trading journey. So after that I invested in some bad firms. There are some firms that invested 6 to 8K that the firm got shut down. So from there it was like I made some money and then I lost some money, and here and there ups and downs. But right now I'm at like, there are, my expenses are also very big. I want to be upfront about that. I've taken close enough to 135,000.
Thiruji, tell me like how much total payout that you have taken till now.
So total payout is not like profit. Total payout was like $135,000 till date. I just taken a $25,000 payout like last week. So if you add that, net payout after the profit split was like $135,000.
Okay, what was the invested amount? उतना पे आउट लेने के लिए कितना
Invested
इन्वेस्ट
amount
कर
was
दिया
not,
आपने?
invested amount was not like linear. Like it's not like I kept on investing till 10,000 or $20,000 and everything, the graph was up from there. Basically, as I said it before, I started with $150 with the futures trading and lost like $2,000 in CFD firms before. So from there, I got, my first month was like $15,000 payouts from futures trading. So from there are like really big expenses. The graph really went down, ups and downs. There are big ups and downs, but still, it's like all these expenses came from the profits. And then before I go back to zero, I'm making some profits. So I'm just over the period, the graph is just going up, and all these expenses came from the payouts I made. But yeah, to tell you a single number, like how much expenses in that 135,000, which again came from the from payouts itself, is like around $60,000, 55 to $60,000. Yeah,
ओके 55 to $60,000 उन्होंने डाला है
dollars.
एंड उनको
हाँ,
मिला है पे आउट 135,000, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली आपका
135,000
$70,000 जैसे इफेक्टिव प्रॉफिट रहा उनके
profit होगा. Right, right.
आपके लिए, राइट? ओके फाइन.
Yeah.
तो जैसे कि मैं देख रहा हूँ लाइक यू आर ट्रैवलिंग अराउंड द वर्ल्ड लाइक एंड ट्रेडिंग,
Right.
तो हाउ डू यू डू दैट, यू नो लाइक आप किस तरह से टैक्स फाइलिंग वगैरह हो गया, किस तरह ये कंप्लायंस पार्ट को किस तरह से देखते हैं इंडिया में?
Basically, as I'm traveling right now, technically, if you ask me about like a person who's traveling and trading like me, it would be like if they travel for more than 6 months, they would basically consider as NRI. So they don't need to pay any taxes like on the income earned from outside of India. Basically, the prop firms are mostly based in US or Dubai, right? So the income that you make from Dubai or US, which is outside of India, you don't need to pay any taxes on it. So yeah, but as you know that I'm like not at 18, so it's like I am managing the taxes still. Basically, I think you done an interview with the CA, right? So basically, that's how I file my taxes right now.
ओके ओके सो
It's
लाइक
like Section 44 AD, and you just do 10% as the profits and that.
प्रिजम्पटिव
Yeah,
टैक्स, प्रिजम्पटिव टैक्स यू आर टॉकिंग
yeah,
अबाउट,
presumptive.
राइट?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
इनकेस आप लोगों को ये सब के बारे में पता नहीं है तो लाइक मैंने लाइक एक तो सीए से इंटरव्यू भी लिया था, तो उनका वीडियो का लिंक मैं
हाँ,
छोड़
हाँ,
दूंगा
हाँ.
डिस्क्रिप्शन पे. यू कैन
Yeah,
गो
yeah, I
अहेड
saw
एंड
that
चेक
and
दैट लाइक फॉर द ऑडियंस.
yeah.
सो लाइक आप ट्रैवल भी कर रहे हैं, तो लाइक किस तरह से टाइम मैनेज होता है, लाइक आपका कोई ट्रेडिंग साइकोलॉजी पे इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता है क्या इससे?
साइकोलॉजी पे ट्रैवल से नहीं इफेक्ट पड़ता है, बट like the kind of approach I'm going, like because as I've told you that my expenses are like 55 to $60,000, because basically it's like an aggressive approach, because I copy trade like 20 to 30 funded accounts at the same time, and I blow some of them, I pass some of them, but here and there like my approach is like aggressive.
Okay.
So for like, and I don't think it's really a bad approach, but for which maybe recently I lost like 25. Today I should have requested $25,000 payout, and I've lost a huge potential in few of my accounts today, like yesterday. So while going through this, it does affect my mindset, but over the period, I think I just balance it better than other people. Like I just over, like I'm not I'm also same like human. I trade as like everybody else, and I also go through over trading. I do emotional trading. I do all those things, but I think I just manage them better than other people. Like maybe I do, maybe I'll put a stop loss. Like if I lose this many amount of accounts, and then I won't go with the aggressive approach again.
Okay.
I'll sash down. I will, just trade with one firm and then get to a payout and then go aggressive again. So I just balance it better, not like complete emotional trader, not like complete disciplined trader. That's what I call myself. Yeah.
ओके ओके तो वैसे लाइक आपका लाइक डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कंट्री पे आप जाते हैं लाइक यू
Uh-huh.
आर ट्रेडिंग करेंटली ट्रेडिंग इन विच प्रोफर्म
Trading with, for now I'm trading with Top Step, My Funded Futures, Tradify, and Lucid. I also
ओके
bought some Apex accounts recently, but yeah, that's my first set of accounts with Apex.
ओके आप फ्यूचर से ट्रेडिंग करते हैं नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज
These
यहाँ
four
पे क्या
firms
होता
I'm
है कि
trading. Yeah. Mhm.
व्हाट आई हैव सीन इज प्रोफर्म लोग पे आउट रिजेक्ट करता है व्हेन यू आर ट्रेडिंग फ्रॉम डिफरेंट मल्टीपल लोकेशंस
No.
तो
Yeah,
इस
yeah,
तरह
I
का कुछ
understand.
इशू नहीं आया
Yeah,
आपको
yeah. अभी तक मेरे को ऐसा इशू कोई भी नहीं आ रहा है. I
हाँ
understand what you're saying because most of those things happen in CFD space.
ओके
Because I think I never faced such kind of issues so far, and I don't think any futures firm will reject based on that. I don't even inform them like I'm traveling to this country. Basically, they don't check your IP address. Basically, what happens is they only flag you when you are using same IP address as other person, which again you can justify it. Basically, so now I'm using this cafe Wi-Fi, and if someone else trading firms like trading with same firm also uses the same cafe Wi-Fi, which is pretty rare to be honest. Like, and it's not possible usually, but if it happens to be, then we can produce the flight tickets and proofs that it's in a cafe, it's a public Wi-Fi, and it happens. But I've never seen a person like who got rejected because they are traveling in another country or because IP address or all those things. Because I'm example myself, I never gone through this because I think none of my payouts so far have been rejected except with one firm. That firm itself got closed in the beginning, so it's not like to only me. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you know like what do you plan in future like you wanna just like आप ट्रेड करना है एंड ट्रैवल करना है like बहुत लोग का
Yeah,
ऐसा
just
माइंडसेट रहता है कि यू नो लाइक स्पेशली इंडियन
right,
ट्रेडर्स
right, right.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे ट्रेडिंग का काफ़ी यू नो लाइक इन्वायरमेंट जो इतना फ्रेंडली नहीं है तो लाइक थोड़ा बहुत पैसा कमाऊंगा एंड इंडिया का बाहर जाके सेटल हो जाऊंगा तो क्या आप भी
Yeah,
ऐसा कुछ सोचता
exactly.
है
That's the goal. ऐसा ही सोच लिया मैंने ऐसा ही कर ले. That's what I'm doing also right now.
ओके
Because if you anyone not just trading, because anyone who makes a little bit of money, I think they need to travel. They need to know how the world beyond their city or beyond their country. Like, it's just like traveling is an experience. Of course we need money, and trading has the freedom to like do it from anywhere in the world. You can do basically sitting from any country. So you have the freedom of travel, and you also, if you are profitable and you have the freedom of travel, then I think you definitely need to uh, consider on traveling.
ओके ट्रैवलिंग
Yeah.
आई गॉट इट लाइक ट्रैवलिंग मैं समझ गया नहीं नहीं लाइक हम क्या बोल
Mm-hmm.
रहे हैं कि लाइक जैसे दुबई पे ना दुबई इट्स अ
अच्छा.
वेरी ट्रेडिंग फ्री आई मीन लाइक गुड
Right, right,
इन्वायरमेंट
right,
फॉर
right.
ट्रेडिंग एंड ऑल तो
Right.
सारा ट्रेडर्स लोग इंडिया का जितना भी है लाइक अच्छा खासा जो प्रॉफिट बनाता है वो लोग क्या करता है कि
Profit
ट्राई
mark.
करता है कि दुबई पे जाके सेटल होने का they try to go and
Right, right.
settle in Dubai so that like they don't have to pay the income tax, don't have to worry about crypto
Yeah, that's
transaction this and that. So
right,
like
right, right, right.
इस तरह का क्या आपका भी कुछ रिलोकेशन का प्लानिंग है क्या?
Right now, my plan is to just travel. Like, not just, I understand what you're saying, just to settle in Dubai. But there are many ways to, like tax. बस टैक्स के लिए दुबई जाना जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि we have many ways. You can just, if you just stay outside India for more than 6 months, which I'm doing right now. Like, most people don't like to travel continuously for 6 months, but I've been doing like this time I'm doing like 3 months. Maybe I'll go back to India, stay for a few days, and come back 3 months again. But yeah, you can, as मेरा plans तो अभी तो like for next 1 or 2 years I'll be traveling. Maybe later on I'll choose to settle somewhere else. Maybe depending on the place I like, because if I go to many countries, I can choose one country which I really like, right?
Okay.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so like can you tell me like how do you make the payment to the prop firm like when you are purchasing the account?
If the firm gives option for the crypto, I'll just take it in the crypto. For example, I got a payout with Top Step. They don't have crypto. They just do wire transfer. Only in that case, I'll be using bank account.
Okay, and
And from
you are
crypto, I'll
using
just
Indian bank account.
for the wire transfers, I'm using Indian bank right now.
Okay, how is the tax implication in that then?
Tax implication, as I've said you before, I've just used the section 44 EAD and 44 AD presumptive tax. I just paid tax for one financial year so far right now, and this financial year I'll probably be considered as NRI, so I won't be paying tax on that, any even not even presumptive tax.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
like I'm just curious, you said like आप बोला कि आप
Okay.
बहुत
Yeah.
aggressive trader है आप ना.
Right.
तो
Right.
what was the maximum like amount जो कि आपने lose किया या फिर मतलब account blow up किया एक ही दिन में मतलब.
I think maybe like this is not like once but multiple times. Like एक ही दिन में 3,000 around $3,500 worth of accounts blow किया.
ओके यानी कि मतलब आपका
Uh,
मतलब 6 से 7 100K का अकाउंट.
6 से 7 मतलब फ्यूचर्स में वो ज्यादा होता है, मतलब मे बी 1 मिलियन और 1.5 मिलियन का होता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन अकाउंट साइज.
ओके सो लाइक करंटली लाइक कितना कितना का पोर्टफोलियो आप मैनेज कर रहा है.
अभी मेरे जीरो फंडिंग है. आई जस्ट लॉस्ट ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 75K वर्थ ऑफ पे आउट्स अकाउंट्स जस्ट दिस फ्राइडे, लाइक 2 days ago.
ओके सो करंटली यू डोंट हैव एनी अकाउंट.
Yeah, I just got like 25K payout from the account last week, and I should have gotten, but again, it's just a presumption, but I should have gotten another 25K this week and potentially 50 more K in this month. Or this month, I just need to do minimum 5 inning days. I already have profits like 7.5K across my accounts, across 10 accounts and 5 accounts with 5K and all. But still, I should have gotten like 50K payouts if I just did the minimum trading days. But due to one technical mistakes which I play, like it's just like I forgot to cancel the order basically, and I used the copy trader. So it just
ओके
I closed my tab, I completed my day goal, but the order still got executed, and the accounts got blown. They didn't have any daily loss limit or stuff like that, so
ओके यू
completely
फेल
wiped
द
out.
अकाउंट लाइक आप अकाउंट फेल हो जाता है उसके बाद यू अगेन लाइक स्टार्ट द चैलेंज वंस अगेन
Yeah, but this
एंड
time
यू.
this it was a big, like I think one of my biggest losses so far. The $3,000 loss I said was that like I invested I bought accounts for $3,000 and I blow those evals. But this is like payouts. So in terms of payouts, this is my biggest loss ever.
कितना कितना का
अब कितना का
75,000.
मतलब 75,000, yeah, probably 25,000 was like almost guaranteed. Another 50,000 was like I just need to do 5 minimum days for withdrawing 25K,
ओके.
which is pretty like $150 per day is like really simple with 7K buffer because of one technical issue. Yeah, but like yeah, I'm not like depressed or anything because I know I can make it all back because I made it with my skill. I can make it back. But yeah, it's like a mistake. I learned from it. It's like small technical mistake. But yeah, I'm not like sitting here and crying about it, not doing anything or over trading on it, nothing like that.
Okay, can you show the strategy and everything right now?
Yeah,
So,
everything I can do right now. So
uh,
strategy is yeah.
wait,
So
just a minute,
my
just a
strategy.
minute, just a
Yeah,
minute,
okay.
just a minute. Okay, we can just let me just put on recording. Okay, I can see some Koreans on the background. You are outside right
Oh,
now.
I see. Because I came outside because it's more peaceful inside, more noisy, and yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's super nice. All right. Okay, let's start with. We are excited to know how do you do the trading. We want to see your charts. Like we want to see,
So yeah,
like get an idea about your
yeah,
strategy.
definitely, definitely. So basically, before I go on the chart, I just want to say like, a bit clearly. Basically, my strategy is not like a mathematical equation or something like if it's like a particular set of rules. If that qualifies, I'm gonna take this trade or not. Basically, I just trade price action. And by price action, I mean like I trade breakouts, reversals, or like depending on the volume. It depends on the day-to-day basis and also volume. But also, it's not like some exact rules, but I can take you through the charts and show some of my how I see the markets basically. Yeah, sure. Okay, so basically, most of the times I trade 1 minute and 5 minute only. Basically, I'm a scalper. Okay, and I only trade New York session, so which is like around 7 p.m. Indian time. So so as soon as the market open, I trade like I also trade opening range breakout. I started that recently. It's going pretty good. So this is the opening candle. Basically, we're in 1 minute chart. It's also same like a 5 minute chart. So first few minutes, I don't really enter into the market, and once a trend starts to form, like for example, this is the higher high. So this is a high and this is a low high. Basically, this is a bearish trend. And once this forms, I'll just draw a fib retracement and sorry. So I just draw a fib retracement and plan my entry around like 0.62. This is one of my approach. This is not like I always do the same thing.
Okay.
And other thing is, so if it is retracing from the key levels, like this is the VWAP that I use. Okay.
What is
So if
that?
it is
Viva.
VWAP, yeah, VWAP.
Oh,
I just
Viva.
use
Okay.
two things. I just use three indicators, basically VWAP and pivot points and volume. All of these are like really basic things.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I consider these like VWAP and pivot points as a key level. Basically, we can expect maybe reversal or continuation from there. It depends on how the market reacts over there.
Okay.
So, for example, if you could see here, this is I think just Friday chart, just last trading day chart. So we can see that there is a bullish candle. Basically, this shows us a reversal. Kind of like when we have a bearish trend, and then there is this one candle with a good volume. I use this volume average indicator as well because it shows me. You don't need to use it, but it just keeps me clear. Basically, it shows whenever the volume exceeds the average price, then average volume, then it's I can easily identify this over here. If it's above the graph, then it's high volume. If it's below the graph, it's just low volume. It's not like high volume confirmation. So this candle right here has a good volume, more than average volume, and also it basically engulfs the previous candle. This is a strong, like a bullish momentum indication. But I just don't directly enter here. Basically, sometimes I wait for like a retracement for as I told you before, like at 0.62 golden ratio or using fib retracement because sometimes what happens is this just comes here and then wipes out all back down again. But in this case, you can see in this case I would have missed the entry because it didn't even retrace at any point, right? So I just don't rush it over here. So I'll just wait, and then it went till here. This is the pivot point. This is also key
Okay.
level that I consider. So now it had formed a really big wick over here, like to the opposite direction, showing with a bearish momentum, and also the volume is also good in this, really good on this candle, right? You can see it's way above the average volume, right? So this confirms us, like not confirm, but this says us there is a potential of a bearish trend, like there's a potential of a reversal. So what happens is basically I just draw a fib retracement to the, so this is the low and this is the high. So I just draw it to a fib retracement over here, and then the market went all the way up here and then came down, and then you can see the move right here. I'm not just taking here the example of one day, but just this is just previous trading day, right? So I just scroll the charts and this showed up. So
Okay.
obviously no strategy has a 100% win rate, right? So you can see right here I missed the entry. Maybe there are a few areas where I would have hit the stop loss, and all of these are part of the game. But overall, my approach is this. Basically, I don't even mark the key levels. These are my key levels. Pivot points and VWAPs are my key levels, and I wait for a volume confirmation. It's either breakout or reversal. I wait for a retracement, and they just take the trade. That's simple. My approach. Most of my approaches are similar. Yeah,
Okay. So
and
like,
even here,
what is the
yeah.
stop loss? Like what percent that you risk each trade?
Stop loss is like most based on my average trades and based on the data I have on myself. My stop loss is around like 20 to 30 points. Like based on the average market conditions, that's where my stop loss comes around. I don't force it to be 20 points or 30 points. But for example, even if you see here, the 60% would be somewhere around here, and this is the 80. Around here, it's just 15
I'm not
points,
able
right?
to see the screen.
Okay. So you're not able to see the screen or the price.
Screen. Your screen,
So
like you stopped sharing, I guess.
okay, just so it came till now. It was okay, right?
Till now it was okay.
Uh, I think it's working, right? Right now again.
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay. So basically, in the example that we spoke about before, in this case, so this would be, so I'll draw it more clearly. It will be better than. So this is the high and this is the low. I just draw the fib retracement till here, and the 0.61 level golden ratio is around uh, 25 362 361 around
Mm-hmm.
362, right?
Okay.
I'll just zoom it in more. So this is that. So this is the golden ratio,
Mm-hmm.
and as you asked about my stop loss, and it would be the overall high of that particular swing, which is around 75. So here it's just like 15 points. Sometimes it will be 20, 30, but in the most cases it won't be more than 30. If it's more than 30, I will most likely to try to avoid it, because based on the risk management and the amount of contracts that I trade in,
Mm-hmm.
40 points is a bit too much. So mostly I'll take around 20 to 30 points uh, stop loss in few minutes.
Okay. So like, how much percent of risks that you are taking? I
Sorry?
mean, percent of your account size. What is the percent of account size that you use for stop loss?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So basically, in futures, I was trading 150k before, but I
Mm-hmm.
right now I almost prefer only 50k because those offer the best ROI for the money that you pay and the maximum payout that you can take. But with Apex, I trade 150k, but I'll just tell the risk management for a 50k account because most people trade the same account as well, right? So on evals, because most firms have
You
consistency like
can just
1500, like
stop sharing the
50%.
screen now, like so that like our
Sorry?
you can just stop the sharing the screen.
Oh, okay, okay. I think we will get it.
Okay,
So
now.
yeah, so basically we'll be trading like 50k accounts, right? Most people will be trading 50k accounts. I also mostly prefer. Recently, I shifted to 50k accounts. So I'm talking about futures again. There's a difference between CFD and forex. So it would be, see, basically I don't trade with CFD firms, so I can't really advise about that. This only applies to the futures firm and especially my approach, because maybe this approach might not be helpful for a beginners, but I'm just telling my approach. So on evals, most of the firms that I trade with and most industry standard plan has a 50% consistency. So evals basically I risk $800 to make $1,500 in a day, and I try to do it consecutively for 2 days in order to pass those accounts. Basically, 1,500 is $3,000, right?
Okay.
So 800 is if the markets are good and I happen to make take a good risk in two consecutive trades, then I pass those accounts in 2 days. Or else I'll still keep the same approach. Basically, 800 risk and 1,500 daily profit, irrespective of how much drawdown I am in or how much profit I am in. Because maximum that I can make is 1,500 because of the consistency. I cannot make more than that. I mean, I can make it more than that, but it would be like my profit target would go higher, basically, right? So basically, on evals, my daily profit target is 1,500. So based on that, I just risk $800 on evals in 50k accounts. This is
Okay,
standard
50K
across
account,
all of them.
$800 is approximately 1.5%, more than 1.5%, I guess.
1.5%, but here you need to. This is the difference between CFD firms and
Mm-hmm.
forex firms, because in 50k account in CFD firms you get drawdown about like 10%, right?
Mm-hmm.
10%,
Mm-hmm.
8% around that, right? Which is like $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
But in future firms, you mostly have only $2,000 drawdown,
Okay.
which is
It's
like 4%, right?
yeah.
So here you need to, like, for anyone that's comparing with CFD and futures, I would recommend them to compare, like, instead of seeing in percentage, you try to compare how much percentage of drawdown you're risking. So
Okay.
basically 1%, yeah, because on CFDs risking $800 means like you're just risking 15% of your overall drawdown. But in futures you're risking like almost 40% of your overall drawdown. So there's a lot of difference.
Okay. So like, how much is your
So
losing streak? I mean, like, what is your losing streak? Like, what's losing
losing
streak?
streak or you mean win rate? Losing streak you're asking?
Longest losing streak.
So based on my like in real trading, I've lost about like 13 days per straight. That was like not like in a single account probably, because I've
Mm-hmm.
blown multiple sets of accounts on that 2 week period across like 13 days. This happened like around 6 months ago. It
Mm-hmm.
was like 13 days. Every day I was losing, and within I lost like three sets of accounts, and over the period I think I lost like $4,000 to $5,000 in just 2 weeks.
So how did you overcome that? Like if you're losing
So
13 days straight,
basically,
it's very
yeah,
difficult.
right, right. So yeah, these things happen. Like these kind of things happen to me like every like few months, because see that 13 days didn't come like I was fully disciplined and still lost 13 days. I did miss a few days. I made a mistake and I paid for it basically. So basically, what I do, irrespective of if it's my mistake or if whatever happens, if there's a big losing streak or if I lose a lump sum amount like multiple like three, four, $5,000 or more on like on a period, then I'll just basically take a break. Take a break in the sense just not trade and just keep on traveling because I already have some payouts. I don't need to like aim to hit the jackpot and then I just don't need to revenge trade. That's what I said you before that I just know how to balance it better. Basically, I do overtrade. I do because I'm a human. I'm like everyone else as well. But I know where to go. Like if I can recognize if there is something going wrong beyond this point, then okay, I'll just tell myself, okay, we'll just take a break and then come back again. That's what I did for like in 1 year. I happen to do like 2 3 times. I just not stop trading for maybe 1 month or 2 months and then come back again. And then probably most of the times I recovered most of that and came in green again.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, I have seen in your Twitter, like in your social profile, that you
Yeah.
are trying to hit 100,000 monthly profit payout from the prop firms.
Right.
So, how is it going right now?
So right now, this month could have been, but again, it's like everyone could have been, should have, everyone could have done this and that. Because I've taken like $25,000 payout a week ago, and then there's already 75K in the account that just need to be like five trading days to take out every 25K. And yeah, it's again like hypothetical. Everyone can say that I could have done this, that, but I just didn't get that. But yeah, the start is good. I just started it like 2 weeks ago, and I already got 25K payout. Of course, I lost 75K in payouts, but still, it's not like I'm gonna sit and cry about it and stop the progress or something like that. Because if you do that, you can just really grow in trading. In trading, there will be technical issues. There will be bad days. You can't expect like everything can be so easy in trading, right? Obviously you need to be prepared for all of this and I was prepared and I was accepting my fate, not really worried about it. And
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Thiru. Like, I think we can wrap up this meeting. But
yeah,
before that,
so
one last question I just want to ask you. Like, what is your next
yeah,
country? The next country that you're
sorry,
going to travel?
next country I'm thinking of China. China,
China.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
China.
Why so much Asian
But
countries?
yeah, just all of yeah, I don't know why because most people go to Europe and America because I've also seen a lot of vlogs people going there. But I think Asia, most people from India especially don't visit here. Of course, people are visiting here, but I think it's more like something to more discover about culturally. I just like it. So all of my countries so far that has been just in Asia.
Okay, okay. Someday,
Yeah,
hopefully, like I'll be able to join you for some trip.
yeah, definitely. Everyone can go,
Yeah,
and problems are a great opportunity for all of us.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you very much, Thiruji.
yeah.
It was
Thanks for the
wonderful having
opportunity.
chatting with
Yeah, I
you. Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah,
thank you
you
very
too.
much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.